Very frequently asked question, and as far as I'm concerned, a very frequently given advice is that remote work experience outside Canada is indeed considered as foreign experience. There have been several times where IRCC has responded on the authorized representative mailbox, indicating very clearly that foreign work experience gained remotely while working in Canada for an employer outside Canada while being paid is absolutely fine, is absolutely considered. And yet, hey, I am not trying to create panic, but I'm just trying to create awareness. And yet, there is another refusal for an express entry PR application, this time specifically stating that because the applicant was not physically outside Canada, therefore IRCC refused to accept that work experience as being foreign work experience. Now, I know this is going to create a bit of a ripple out there, and people are going to start wondering as to should I, shouldn't I, can I not? Well, for you guys, I would like to quote section 25 subsection 1 of the Ministerial Instructions that governs the express entry, in which very clearly it has been stated that the foreign work experience is work experience gained outside Canada. Now, when you say gained outside Canada, it doesn't specifically state that you as a person needs to be physically outside Canada. This is where the interpretation is inconsistent. So should we accept what IRCC has been telling us as consultants on the authorized representative mailbox, or should we go with this refusal? Because if we have to interpret the section S25, which is the basis of what can be considered as foreign work experience, in that case, work experience outside Canada can also be interpreted as to where was the services or the work actually delivered, which has to be at the place of the employer, where the employer was, because that is the employer who is asking for the work to be done, the services to be provided, the work to be completed, and therefore that work is outside Canada, but of course being performed by a person who is in Canada working remotely. Now, remote work became very common during COVID, or rather after COVID, and therefore it became more mainstream. It wasn't there before. So within the express entry system, there is no process or provision through which you can submit your work experience and show it as remote while you are still in Canada. Therefore, you would have to show your location to be outside Canada, and then you have to add a letter of explanation showing that this is work that was completed remotely while you are inside Canada, but work was performed while for the employer outside Canada. Of course, you have to be paid. You have to be able to prove that this is genuine work experience. You should have your reference letters. You should have the employer who should ideally be stating this was remote work, and you definitely should be able to prove that you were paid for this work. Technically, as far as I'm concerned, and in my opinion, foreign work experience while you have gained that while working in Canada remotely is absolutely legit, absolutely acceptable. We have seen plenty of such instances. But in this one particular case, this individual did get a refusal, therefore creating further confusion, further chaos in understanding what is IRCC doing out there with so much of inconsistency in how they handle these applications.